2015 exciting season of the Longines Global Champions Tour is well underway. The Formula One of international show jumping celebrates its glittering 10th anniversary year and is already confirmed as one of the most competitive seasons ever seen, with 15 events across 13 countries. The golden sand against the ocean backdrop of Miami Beach became the launch destination of the world's premier 5-star show jumping events early in April, returning to where it all started in the USA in 2006. The opening first stage started as the previous season finished, with world number 1 and 2 times LGCT champion Scott Brash topping the rankings. Victorious in the inaugural leg of the series on board his unbelievable Hello Santos in hot pursuit of a 3rd championship title. 3 weeks later, the tour headed back to Europe, arriving for a 2nd year running at the beautiful Belgian city of Antwerp. French superstar Simon Delestre, after a strong head-to-head with Hans-Dieter Dreyer, grabbed the first European win. From Belgium, the world's best riders headed south to the magnificent Madrid, where Luciana Diniz made her dreams come true as she claimed her first Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix win with winning mood. In one of the most unpredictable Grand Prix in the history of the Tour, for the first time since 2011, there was no jump-off. The next stage, and China called, and Shanghai was the destination. In the 4th LGCT Grand Prix of the series, Flying Dutchman Harry Smolders and his super-fast 15-year-old bay mare Regina Z blazed their way to victory. Again in Europe, in mid-May, the championship headed back to the traditional Derby Park in Hamburg. Here the battle hit a pivotal point as the US star Ken Farrington took no prisoners. A fresh and clear round, riding his amazing Voyeur, seized a dramatic victory against a world-class field. In Germany, Luciana Diniz topped the lead of the overall rankings, fending off Scott Brash for the series lead. For leg 6, the tour docked again at the world-famous Le Croisette in Cannes, where in a special combination of glamour and top-class sport, the fantastic home rider Penelope Le Provost thrilled the crowd with a turbocharged, patriotic win with a flat-out race to the last in the LGCT Grand Prix. 2 weeks later, the magical backdrop of Porte de Hercule and the Prince's Palace in Monaco once again provided a spectacular venue for the 7th round of the Longines Global Champions Tour. Champion of champions Scott Brash, this time with the rising star Hello Milady, stamped his supremacy and shook up the championship ranking, closing in the lead. The halfway point of the 2015 championship was hosted by Paris for the 2nd consecutive year at the beginning of July. The City of Lights saw the 19-year-old Bertram Allen making history as the youngest rider to win the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix since its inception, doing it in spectacular style after an intense 5-contender jump-off. Once again in Cascais-Estoril, and it was a repeat of 2014, with Scottish talent Scott Brash on board his unbeatable Hello Santos, reigning supreme in Portugal, claiming already his 3rd Grand Prix win of 2015. The majestic setting of Chantilly hosted the 11th leg of the tour, with Belgium's Gregory Waterlet winning the LGCT Grand Prix, and the ranking battle intensified dramatically, setting the scene for a nail-biting event in the next leg in London. It was in the British capital that European champion Rolf Göran Bengtsson, on his trusty 16-year-old Casalask, claimed a well-deserved victory for the first time in this year's season. At the Scion Park venue, Scott Brash again showed his great consistency to finish in 6th place in the LGCT Grand Prix, gaining those valuable points to overtake Luciana Diniz for the lead of the championship. The tour returned to the Netherlands, to its fabulously newly redesigned spiritual home in Valkenswaard, where sensational sport is always on the menu. This was no exception. With rainy conditions, the best toughed it out, with a few surprises. Marco Kutscher, stepping up Van Gogh for the very first time at this level, was as delighted as any as they held off the challenge to win ahead of France's Simon Delestre and Basim Hassan Mohammed, who finished in third. And also series leader Scott Brash in a jump-off that got faster and faster over the perfect turf. The LGCT of Rome added another glorious venue to the series, and the showdown lived up to its gladiatorial billing, with two of the key contenders of the overall championship finishing on the podium. With a superstar pairing of Rolf Bengtsson and Kassal Ask holding off Luciana Diniz with the athletic fit for fun. Keeping the series close and a horse bred to be one of the best, Comme Il Faut and Marcus Enning taking the third spot on the podium. The series remains close for the title, with a host of riders capable of making the championship podium, with the series title coming down to between three: Luciana, Rolf and Scott, in another three-way titanic tussle that takes to the 14th leg in Vienna. The Austrian capital, majestic and grand, is a fitting stage to see these greats of the modern sport face the music.